on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, my model building corner. I got small updates. All right, I want to start by saying, holy cow, you guys, the response on the new shop cards has been amazing. I didn't get any building done yesterday, not yesterday but the day before, because as soon as I got home from work, I went through all the emails, filled out envelopes and cards, and I spent the I get home early afternoon, so I spent the rest of the afternoon doing that until the evening, and then I was watching YouTube, so I didn't get anything done. Yesterday when I got home, I ate dinner like I normally do, and Terry Sanders told me, you guys know Terry, he's a friend of ours. He's a good guy, he's a good fella. He's a friend of ours. Anyway, he's like, dude, stop eating when you get home. Eat when you're done. Because by the time I get home and I eat, I'm so drained and miserable stomach that I end up not doing anything. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I haven't eaten dinner yet. Got home, took a shower, ran out of my new pants. I had to put a pair of my old pants on. Look at this. I'm losing so much damn weight that I went out and I bought all brand new pants, and I bought them all in black. And so I ran out, so I had to put these baggy things on. My daughter's like, Daddy, why are you wearing black, just black all of a sudden? I told her, I said, just call me the man in black until this country's back on track. And she's like, oh my God, you're insane. I'm like, yeah, well, anyway. So let me get you in here. I'll show you what I did yesterday, which again wasn't much, but I'll show you what I did yesterday and what I'm planning on doing today. I was going to ask you your opinion on what I wanted to do today, but that's going to be kind of hard since that's now. And you'd have to watch it first. But anyway, let me hit the clicker and get you in here. All right. Man, a lot of you guys are commenting how good this blue looks, which I wish I can actually, I wonder if I could adjust the, on my editing software to try to get it to the exact blue, because in the video here, it looks blue. In reality, it looks blue. No, what the heck happened there? Hold on a second. It has, it's not as bright a blue, put it that way. It's got like almost like a bluish, grayish, I could say. This hood all of a sudden feels weird right here. But we're ready to clear coat that. So here's what I did. I hit the ice cube trays with panel black. You can't see nothing, but it feels weird right there. I don't think the panel black got on there, so got that done. I did. Terry Sanders pointed out, man, you got to do them door handles and the marker lights, and a couple of you guys did too, because I robbed the decals out. So I bare metal foiled the marker lights, the door handles. That looks like garbage. So that's done. I do have to replace that piece because while I was handling it yesterday, it came out. I got the panel black on the doors, the trunk. I didn't use the decal on this. I did the panel black for that. I like it. And did the panel black on this piece right here. So that's done. And you guys saw I put the decals on before it. So this basically is ready for clear coat. And I am going to try to tape these off when I clear coat the hood. So that's ready for clear. Set that body aside so it doesn't get damaged. We don't want damage on our bodies. Alright, so I black washed the wheels. All right, I think that with the Revell Chrome spray, I don't think that was a good idea because they lost their shine.
And I was careful not to get it on the actual, what would be the trim ring. And you can see it's dull, 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 dull. That one's got a little bit of shine left to it. You can see right there. But it messed it up. So I touched this one up with the chrome pen just to see what it would do. So at least it looks shiny again. So I'll probably end up doing that. Because even like where the panel, where the panel black went into the center cap, where normally it will just get into the grooves. I mean, it just sat in there with the Revell chrome spray and just dried black. So, then the other thing I was going to ask you guys about, so this is the original tire from the kit. The rim fits, the backing fits. It's a little narrow. This is the tires that came in the Impala where I stole these, rally wheels from. So they're a little bit wider. They have almost looks like a dang tractor tread pattern, but I think that they're Firestones. I can't remember what I said. I finally read on those. But what I started to do, suggestion again by Terry, since this is his car, was I sanded the lettering down. And so now what I was doing was I was going over the tire with the different grits of wet sandpaper, the sanding sticks, but these tires are molded with a real deep groove that kind of looks weird. I don't think I'll ever get down low enough to get that out of there. So I'm kind of curious about that. But I mean, even though I don't dig the way this is looking, so I'm thinking just go with the stock the way they came out of the box, or go with the actual Camaro wheels that have a solid sidewall and I can use the decal. Or I can go through my parts box and or some of my sealed kits and try to find a better set of tires. But so part of my plan was I was going to continue sanding on those other tires, but I'm not going to do that. So, I don't like that tread pattern. I don't know. But again, these are the ones that came in the Camaro kit. Generic, nothing written on them. So that's that. Now, I want to give you an update on my group build. Okay, so for the Street Machine group build hosted by Jason over at Blue Ox, I think I changed my mind again. I don't know if you guys remember, but originally I was talking about making this build as if it was like a high school kid in the maybe late 80s, early 90s, and he bought this car used. It's been driven. It was gonna be worn and stuff like that, but he was gonna be building the motor up. He bought a hood for it, blah blah blah. Recording will be stopped. Why? It said recording will be stopped. Let me see what's going on. Alright, you guys need to remind me to clear out my phone on all of these videos that I don't delete. So, where was I? So remember I said, okay, well, I think I changed my mind and I was thinking about doing this as like a Foose inspired. And, really like trying to modernize the body and soften all the body lines and getting rid of the drip rail and just sleeking the car completely out, removing the door handles, removing all the trim, doing all of that stuff. And then I was talking about taking the bumpers and tucking them in. the way Chip would do, to where that the bumpers are actually flush with the body and they don't stick out like they did back in the day. And then I was talking about doing a trick paint job that I don't have near the experience to do. I was talking about doing the Foos fade with a doing like a charcoalish metallic-y thing on top and the sides, and then as it works its way down, it would start fading and getting darker and darker and darker, and until it's like almost black. Well, obviously, with my skill level, I wouldn't attempt that. Then I was thinking, which I think it was Frank suggested, maybe just take baby steps and maybe do like a two-tone. But the more I think about it, this body really, like the quarter panels are so exaggerated on it that I don't think that would look good on this particular body. So I'm going back to my original plan with the high school kid building this car. Okay, so the body's not going to be ragged out, rusted out. It's going to be worn. It's going to be driven. Let's get that bare metal foil off of there. So it's going to be worn. It's going to be driven. So maybe the paint's not the shiniest on top where the sun got to it the most. On the sides, it might be a little shinier. But I'm thinking about like taking this piece of trim off completely, like it got lost, because there's going to be a little bit of cancer in here, a little bit of body rot. Not a lot, just a little. It's just starting. Maybe a little bit on the top of this. What I'll actually do is look up this car and see what the common areas were for body rust. And I'm just going to make it minimal, nothing major. So maybe just this part right here. Maybe this side got taken care of fine. Because I can't remember if I told you guys. I think I did. Back in the day, my dad, we had a newer body style, but down in the trunk where this would come to the where the trunk floor would dip down, water always sat in there. And I remember telling my dad, I was like 10 years old, I'm like, Dad, why don't we just drill some holes underneath so that it drains out? And he's like, shut up, get in there. So him and my brother would be on each side with rags, shoving the rag in there, wringing out the water, and we would do that until it was completely dry. And of course it was rusty water. But anyway, so that's why I'm planning on doing a little bit of body rot on the outside. So that's back to the original plan. So the group build, I think it's a year long. So what I'm thinking of doing is, since I have this Foos kit, let me bring this up a little bit. Since I do have the Foos kit for the 65, which is a little bit more of a sleeker body. See, the quarter panel doesn't come up as much. Why don't I Foosify the Foos kit? Duh. Joe, you're a genius. So anyway, maybe I will go ahead and use the Foos wheels. Like I said, I wasn't going to. I'm going to tuck that bumper so the bumper is actually flush with the body on both sides. Although the rear looks like it's pretty darn close. Remove any trim, drip rails. All the trim's going to be gone. What else? I'm definitely going to attempt the fade paint job. And if it doesn't come out well, then I can mask it off and just do it a two-tone. And then maybe run if I do a silvery charcoal, gunmetal, something like that along the top, and maybe coming down just maybe along this line right here. And then come down with a darker, not completely black, but darker color. And then run a red pinstripe. And maybe I'll do the interior red. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So, you know what I would love to do if I had the skill? I would love to attempt to flush mount this glass. You know how they're doing with the new cars, where with the black trim around it, painted, whatever it is. But there's no chrome trim. All of the glass is flush mounted right to the body. That would look awesome if I knew how to do it. So anyway, so that's my updates on those 3 ideas. And let me get you back upstairs. It works sometimes. All right, so once again, the first round of shop cards went out the other day. The guys that I mentioned, all your names, so those are gone. All the emails that I went through the other day, those all went out yesterday, except for one. John in Ontario, I held yours back because I've also got one for Pat, who's also in Canada. And when I went to the post office, they didn't have the international stamps for Canada A. So they had to actually do the postage there. So instead of making 2 trips to the post office, all the cards I did the other day, I put stamps on and they're gone. But John and Pat, Monday I'll stop at the post office. Actually, maybe I could do it tomorrow. I'll fill because I got another round of shop cards. I got to go through my emails as soon as we're done here, and I say bye. I'm gonna go through the emails and fill out some more. And so yeah, I'll go to the post office tomorrow. I got nothing to do except I gotta finish painting. Tell you, those labor pains were killing me on Sunday, so hopefully the labor that I do tomorrow isn't as bad. So so John and Pat, I'll send your cards out tomorrow on Saturday. Other than that, fellas, I appreciate everybody. I want to mention that the last time I spoke to JT via text, he still didn't have any power yet. I feel so bad for those guys. I mean, the heat that they're going through with no power is crazy. But he's doing okay. Obviously, you guys also heard from Paul that they didn't have any damage. Everybody's good. He did get a little bit of fence damage, but as far as they're just dealing with no power. Hopefully by now he's got it back. Last I actually texted him was yesterday evening or early afternoon. So, and I don't think I have anything else to mention except for have a great weekend, be safe, build models, and be happy. Take care, everybody. See you on the next one. I'll get some work done for sure after I paint. Maybe hopefully tomorrow afternoon. So take care.